On a dark November evening, Alexei embarked on a journey to the Maldives alone. It was a long-awaited adventure meant to bring him joy and relaxation from the daily grind. The plane he was on filled with noise and commotion, but for Alexei it was particularly difficult. Since childhood, he had survived a terrible aviation disaster, and since then he had developed an insurmountable fear of flying. However, for the sake of his own peace of mind and the desire to overcome his fears, he decided to go on the trip alone. The flight began without incident, and Alexei tried to calm himself down, but his anxiety only grew with each passing minute. His heart raced, and his hands grew cold and clammy with fear. Sitting alone, he struggled to keep his composure and not show his panic to those around him. Suddenly, during the flight, the plane hit a patch of turbulence. Everything happened so quickly that Alexei barely had time to react. He felt his heart sink as the plane started to shake violently. People began to scream, and objects fell from the overhead compartments, while flight attendants rushed about in a panic. At that moment, Alexei clenched his fists, trying to steady his nerves. He closed his eyes, focusing on his breathing in an attempt to calm himself. Suddenly, with one of the last jolts, he heard a loud noise, and the plane began to lose altitude. The scene was chaotic and terrifying. People were screaming, objects were flying through the cabin, and the plane continued its rapid descent. Alexei felt an impact, and then everything went dark. When Alexei came to his senses, he was lying on the sand surrounded by the wreckage of the crashed plane. Pain pierced his body, but he felt alive. It was quiet around, except for the sound of the ocean wave. Alexei slowly got up, surveying the surroundings. He found himself on a small sandy island, surrounded by the blue waves of the Indian Ocean. A fire of determination ignited in his soul. He had to survive. Gathering the last remnants of strength, Alexei began to build a shelter from the wreckage of the plane and palm leaves. He searched for sources of drinking water and food, using his survival skills. Days on the island merged into one, but Alexei never lost hope of rescue. Months passed, and each day was a trial for his survival. But finally, one day, when he had almost lost hope, Alexei noticed the outline of a ship on the horizon. He climbed to a hill, waving a piece of fabric he used as an SOS signal. Rescuers, noticing his signal, arrived on the island and saved Alexei. Returning home, he hugged his loved ones with indescribable joy. This adventure made him stronger and made him cherish every moment of life even more. Alexei decided never to postpone his dreams again and to live each day as if it were his last. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button on this channel.